just gonna have a conversation. We're gonna have a conversation about success criteria. I want you all to be very blunt and honest. The positives, negatives of success criteria, what you like, what you don't like. Do you feel it's making an impact on student instruction? How has it impacted your planning and preparation? So, you know, what do you think? Do you think that our school is benefiting from having this success criteria? Is this something that you feel that is going to be helpful to students? What do you think?
Okay, I think it is very beneficial because our students have a need to know when they are successful, and they need to know what success looks like. You can't be successful at anything unless you know exactly what it looks like and the steps that it takes to get there. So I think it's beneficial to the classes.
So individually, how has it helped you in terms of your planning, your understanding? How has it helped you specifically?
Well, specifically, a strand that is not understood the previous day, we can incorporate that in the success criteria and work on that specific skill that it's going to take to meet the learning target. So that's very helpful. When we check for understanding, we see who understands and who doesn't. So we can definitely include that and reteach that portion and use that as success criteria so they'll know that they're successful.
Do you think it was harder to do success criteria for ELA or math?
ELA.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? Tell me why.
Math is more concrete, I feel, whereas ELA, it's more detailed and there's more fine tuning that needs to be done. The learning targets could be a little bit more expansive and more detailed than math.
Would you agree?
Similar to what she said, I would say that, yeah, it's definitely math is more concrete. So there's, you know, specific steps to get to the right answer, whereas in ELA, depending on what group you're in, there might be several outlets to get to the same answer.
What has been the biggest challenge in terms of this change strategy? Our schools, our major change strategy is success criteria. What's been the biggest challenge? You talk with your colleagues. What's been a big challenge in terms of that change strategy?
Really making sure that the guidelines, so whatever you choose for your success criteria, aligns directly to the learning target, as well as making sure that all the tasks align to your success criteria. So making sure that everything is cohesive, I guess you could say.
Why do you think that that's the biggest challenge for staff?
Because it's more or less like a new concept. So like before, all we had was like the learning target, and we would have to more or less just align the task to the learning target. But now that we have the success criteria, it's like detailed. So what exactly do we want you to do, and how exactly are we going to have like the guided group aligned to the success criteria, the close reading group aligned to the success criteria, like making sure that every single group is aligned to not only the learning target, but as I said, the success criteria is, I don't know, that makes you
It's
a lot clearer, yeah.
It's just, like I know me personally, over the weekend, I brought home the lesson plan, I brought everything home, and the groups were great, but when I really looked at it, they weren't aligned to the learning target. So I actually took the groups and I had to create a new learning target.
Okay.
And then based off of that, I had to alter the groups and then also alter the success criteria.